It has been a very famous saying that yes, the construction people come inside the house on their wishes and go in on our wishes and go out of the house on the construction workers' wishes. Hello everyone. Now in this set of video we'll talk about how to be more productive. Now productive does not mean having more babies, but productive means that how we can get our project done. So we all are doing something, even if you are housewives, we are doing teaching, if you are doing any particular service that may be of a lawyer or of a doctor or whatever service, or of an engineer or of anyone, even an administrator as well. Whatever job we are doing, how to become more productive in that particular job, or if you're having our own business, how we can get the project done with others. Because believe me or not, if you're doing it alone, even still you need to do a lot of planning as well. So how I get to do it, and it has been working fabulously for me as well for last few months, if I can say that. Before that, it was all left up to God, that this is what to be done, and then if I get time, then it will be done. And somehow or other, because of the pressure of someone else or the situation, it used to get done at the last moment of time. But when we are doing at the last moment of time, of course we get to do it, but that vibration is very less, that emotion is very less, and it is more of in a hurry and more of in a fear and more of in a negative sense of a thing, which we just get it done. Don't worry too much about the proficiency or the quality or even the excellence as well. Now how do I get to do it? Let's suppose if I want to get a project done, initially I need to make sure what needs to be done. First of all, the project is something, let's say I want to write a book. Let's say I have written a book as well. I've written 3 books. One of the books which I wrote, that these are the things I need to visualize, that this is the book that needs to be written, and what are the topics what are the chapters, and in every chapter what are the topics that have to be written. So A part of it is the content that need to be written, and B part of it was the illustrations or the diagrams that I need to write. C part of it was, more importantly, the questions that I need to prepare at the end of the chapter, and there are other stuffs which need to be also added and compiled and work together. For example, at the last part of it, there are references, that which books I have referred, and there are about the author, and before that there is a table of contents, and even if it is very simple for us to draw, but there are preface and forwarding from someone, the cover page of the book, ISBN number, because it was self-published. These all things need to be written and need to be presented together as well. After everything is written, there is a lot many times it is proofreading. We need to proofread once, twice, make sure it is read and compiled and edited and in a proper structure as well. And then the final process is to upload it on, I did it at Amazon KDP, but this was one of the process which I followed. So in everything, I can't do it all alone. If I am doing it all alone, there is one book which I was doing all alone, that is on health, has not been completed since it has been over 1 year. I committed, I resolved, but still it is not done. And the other books which were made planned and everything in a systematic manner, it got done. So understand how I did that particular book on blockchain. So A part was that what needs to be done, I wrote it across, that this is the content, every chapter, and there are illustration, this needs to be done, then there are questions that need to be written in various formats, and whatever the things are. So what needs to be done in the process is also written together. Now I will try to find out the ways in which I can leverage other people to get it done more for me. For example, if I have to write the entire book word by word everything myself, it takes more time. So I leverage the use of one other person and told him, he's a content writer as well, I told him that I will record the entire content of the book, that I'm speaking it to you as well. Like that, I recorded everything and gave it to him. The entire book was recorded in speech and then gave it to him. Then the person typed it across. This was one help that I took it. But what about the illustration, the diagrams that I need to make? So diagrams also need to be made in a professional quality as well. So I drew all the diagrams. Every chapter had almost 30 diagrams. So in total, the 7 chapters had more than 200 diagrams. It's a big book. Yes, these 200 diagrams, whatever were there, I drew it on the paper and gave it to the other person. The other person was the different from the one, but I asked him that this is an online software. I use draw.io, an online tool where the person recreated those images in a soft copy as well. So that was two persons working parallelly. So instead of me doing everything, typing it across and then creating the diagrams as well was taking more time, I leveraged the other person as well. Then similarly for the questions as well, there were some crossword puzzles and others as well. So which I again spoke it across, recorded, re-recorded, and then gave it to the content writer who helped me to do it across. But these are some things which are the person utility. But as an entire project, how it is done, it took me less than 2 months to complete the book, day one to last day to launching it across. So yes, I wrote what are the things to be done, and then who will be doing that particular thing, and in what point of time as well. So if the book is 7 chapters long and every chapter is of a decent sub chapters of 4 or 5 things, the content writer knew that what needs to be done on a daily basis, and there was an accountability partner to track that particular person. Let's say the person name is ABC, whatever it may be. Let's say Ho, or Joe. So I gave it to Joe, and I told Joe, these are 7 chapters. I'm recording and giving it to you, and every day this is the task for you to complete on a daily basis. And there is an Excel sheet where it was written, the first day, the first chapter's 3 subsections need to be typed across, and rest. Of course, I used the online professional tool Otter.ai to convert whatever my speech was into text, and the other person need to just verify, listen to it, and just go it through once again that it is complete. So the entire effort of speech to text was reduced to practically 3 or 4 hours, whatever the content was. It took time to speech to text. It did not require the person to be there, and once it was there, the person need to hear it across what I am saying and made sure the things are in that particular sense typed across. So that saved a huge amount of time. But once it is typed, again, that things need to be put out in a systematic and professional wording as well. So that was again the task for him to do. Now in that entire process, he knew that what needs to be done on a daily basis now. This was a task. I gave it for him 30 days. I planned it for 30 days for him and set up an accountability partner for him who will verify that is it done on those key performance indicator, whatever is expected. So there was another person whom I leveraged as a manager just to make sure that the person knows everything, any and every doubts are handled. I am not stretched across to making sure that the person knows everything, and there is an accountability partner to get those tasks verified on a daily basis. So now in an Excel sheet, it was written the day one needs to be done like that, this task to be completed, and the person has a defined objective or measurable objective to be done in a day. The person says yes or no, and after the person says yes to be done, he will send whatever the writing has been done to the accountability partner. Accountability partner will just check it is done and will say in the same Excel sheet, yes, this is verified by me. And so on a daily basis, it was clear to me, visible to me, who is doing what, and once in a week I need to verify with the person that it is okay or not, the progress is going on fine or not. The second person as well also knew whatever has to be done on the front of the illustration that the person draws. How many illustration to be done on what point of time was also known as well. Then the other front was on the cover pages, and the formatting and everything was also, there was a system, the person knew what needs to be done, and further even for proofreading as well, we had set some key performance indicator as well, that how much is the quality of the content. There need to be approval from someone else, they will send yes or no it is going or not. That was the thing was also set up. So now the entire process of it was a properly tracked one. The system, the person knew what needs to be done, they were verified, and I was just there to make sure the quality is okay and any and every doubts are taken care of. The similar thing you can verify and extend it to any other project as well. Other project can be by preparing a lecture as well, or it can be just preparing some course, or any development that you're doing, or any product you are developing, even you're a carpenter, or in the house renovation as well, the same thing can be done. If in the house renovation, these are 7 steps or 7 things we need to do. Make sure that if there is any construction that need to be done, then after the construction there are a couple of things that has to be levied across, the cement and everything, then the painting, and then redrawing, and then some aesthetic work in something that we need to make sure, then the woodwork and electricity work, and and finally the touching up of everything. So if these are 7 steps, who are doing what, it is put up in the systematic process, what needs to be done on every day basis, the person is tracking to be done, and when we are putting it across on a daily basis, you and the person actually doing need to come together to say that yes, this is what I will be doing on a daily basis, and having a buffer a week of a day to make sure if something goes wrong, you will have a buffer as well to get to that. So in this particular process, any project, it has been a very famous saying that yes, the construction people come inside the house on their wishes and go in on our wishes, and go out of the house on the construction workers' wishes as well. So you can invite them, but you cannot ask them to go. They will do their work on their particular speed. It is very obvious. If you're not tracking, if you don't know what need to be done, what are going to track, you just see that are you doing okay or not, that's it. But nobody is just checking that this is the amount of work to be done on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and on the monthly basis, and how much and anyone is there to track that up across as well. Very simple, but this is how things are done in a school annual function, to the Diwali celebration, to house, to any and everything that you are doing. Just make sure you're making systematic. It's one time that you put it across picture in pen and paper, and then after that you start even first step outwards. The same thing Jim Rohn says, that when do you start actually building a house? When the house is built. That means on paper, who is going to build, how is going to build, and how is going to draw, and every step is known to you clearly. Who is going what and how is going to be tracked. That's it, when it's going to be delivered. This is very simple strategy that I have been using in my business, and for me it is important to be involved in every step. Understand that persons are emotional beings. If they feel that they are being heard, they are being respected, their own things are being taken care of in one sense, they will be doing better job. At least the job that you expect will be done in a more professional manner. So your involvement is important to make sure the people are getting valued, people are understanding the importance of the work that you are doing, both for you, both for them, both for other persons as well. Then the things are very easy for you. Just these are people, they are involved. So people, if they are felt more involved, just it's 2 or 3 times when you are doing it, you will eventually keep on improving more and more. That's how systems we can make. So that's how you can increase your productivity. And there are very simple rules. Anything that you can delegate, please delegate. Anything that you can delete, you don't want to do it, you don't do it. And the things which you need to do it across, you understand that this can be done only by me as well. So if you want to delegate, please delegate. There are many things you delegate. If you want to maybe postpone something that is not too much urgent for today, what are the top things you do it today? And if things can be deleted, not important, just delete across as well from your to-do list as well. Make it easy, leverage other person's power, and things can be easily done if you are mapped together, if the system is made, a strategy is made to do that as well. So this is how I am using. I am sure that this has added a lot of value to you as well. Thank you so much.